I used to wonder when people says living the dream until I started living the dream myself. I'm Maz. It's welcome to Real Talk with Maz. Look at this view, honestly. This is Mull. I'm at Aros Park. It's just like a loch beside Aros Park. But I used to say, what is living the dream? Living the dream to me is having peace of mind, peace of being able to not care about anyone's opinions. Do you know what I mean? I was so wrapped up in what people thought of me and scared of being judged and putting myself out there and what's people going to think of me. And now I've come to the conclusion it doesn't really matter. They don't really matter. What matters is your life and living in peace and you're right, Bella. And they being cared about being judged. Do you know what I mean? That's what peace is to me. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning. This is heaven on earth. This is what I dreamed of. I only moved here about 4 months ago, and I moved like 7 hours away. I was in Aberdeen in Scotland, and now I'm still in Scotland, but the west coast, and I wouldn't swap it for the world. That's just, honestly, it's just stunning. Like, that's not living a dream. Like, every morning is just like heaven. Every morning is just like bliss. No caring about nothing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I thought I'm going to start doing a YouTube channel and let you see some of the views I get. It's honestly just to die for this place. But from coming from someone who was lost, addicted to heroin, on drink, lots of medication, to now not on any medication and basically living my dream. Do you know what I mean? And it took, do you know what I mean? I didn't get it right all at once. Do you know what I mean? It took time to get to this stage of awakening, of realising that there's a lot more to this reality and we've been led to believe. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, well, I've lived a bit of a hectic life, so why not make the most of it now? Do you know what I mean? And by doing that, I just had to heal. I had to heal past trauma. Not just my shit. I had to heal their ancestral shit as well. So if you're like me, you'll know, like a black sheep, we didn't get it easy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, look at this. But from being homeless on the streets, injecting heroin multiple times a day, or drinking bottles of vodka, because I'd lost my partner, and I hated heroin because it took him. So I thought the best other option was alcohol, which was worse. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. That's why it's, you can get alcohol readily, do you know what I mean? Because it causes a lot of shit. Breaks up a lot of families, do you know what I mean? Which it broke up my family, drink and drugs. But I was just basically a tortured soul, do you know what I mean? I had a lot of healing to do, and it's not always about healing, it's about just reprogramming your mind from what you was taught and programmed to think and believe as a child. You just have to reparent yourself from when you was a child. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, look at that view. But yeah, I'm just going to be talking about awakening and how I got to this point, and been able to like even write books and put myself out there online and things like that. I suffered from anxiety and shit. So from that to where I'm at now, it is a big difference. Do you know what I mean? And if I can do it, you can do it. Do you know what I mean? That's the truth. Look at that view. But yeah, absolutely. I love this place. That's the thing. I hate to move because I'd been there in Aberdeen for 16. The house I was in, it was 16 years, but My whole life I was in Aberdeen. Do you know what I mean? I did move to Newcastle for a bit because I had to go into rehab, and I ended up staying there for a few years, but I came back because I found out I was pregnant with my son. But I never dreamed that I would move from Aberdeen, my hometown, just to move everything with blind faith. And do you know something? It was the best thing I ever done. It was the best gamble I ever done, because I didn't realise I was still in fight or flight when I was in Aberdeen. It's only the last 4 months that I'm actually not anymore. It's honestly, it's peaceful, because my mind was constantly, even like just the outside noise, we all the corruption and all the sickness, and it just did. I wasn't in a good place. I'd been trying to awaken people for 5-6 years, and it wasn't getting me nowhere. So I realised I had to totally detach from reality, and surrender to higher power, whatever higher power you identify with. But yeah, and just say, I've had enough. I'll let you guide the way, because my will is certainly not working. And ever since I sort of listened to my soul and that, things have started getting better. Like I'm writing a book and doing digital products and just doing things I never thought I'd dream of doing. Do you know what I mean? I became a Reiki master and just got into the healing sort of journey, because before that I was a hairdresser. You wouldn't think it by saying it, but who gives a fuck? Judge me, because you're judging yourself. Because we're all just mirrors. That's the thing people didn't realise, is that we're all one consciousness, just in different avatars, got different life experiences, different traumas, different programming, but we're all one consciousness. And people always identify, I'm this, I'm Karen, or I'm Barry, and I'm a electrician, or a whatever it may be. And that's not who we are. We're a soul having a human experience. And that's what the higher up people don't want you knowing, because if you knew that we were all one consciousnness, there'd be no wars, there'd be no hate, it would just be peace. Do you know what I mean? Heaven on earth. And that's what we're trying to create now, is a bit of unity, because they've made a good job of trying to separate us through religion, music, sexuality, whatever it may be. They've tried to separate us, but we're not separate at all. Separation is an illusion. So yeah, look at us. Honestly, I reckon I hate suss out how to turn the camera. I'm just learning all this, by the way, but look at that. So all that crap that I had to go through, the addiction, losing my partner, my dad, my daughter's dad, and friends, it all led me to here. And I don't regret anything in my life. I don't regret nothing at all. It was all meant to happen how it was meant to happen. I wouldn't have said that a few years ago. But yeah, it was all meant to happen how it did. And I wouldn't change it. Would we? Here's my 3 babies. That's Bella. You'll get to see her. Bella. Here's Ziggy and Duke. That's Ziggy, the grey and white one. And that's Duke, the ginger one, the snorer. He snores. He loves snoring. Honestly. But funny enough, when he snores, and that actually relaxes me when we go to our bed, kid. Oh, that's just stunning. Just stunning, isn't it? When a group of people passes you, you normally, like, see, I used to suffer from bad anxiety. Like, I'd be all like, oh my God, people's coming up here, what? Now I'm like, fuck gives a fuck. Honestly, that's the freedom. Once you start doing the healing work and start, realising who you are at a soul level, you really don't give a fuck. And you have boundaries now. You know what I mean? The less toxicness you've got in your circle, the better. But trust me, the universe will make sure they get taken out of your experience, because that's what normally happens to me. When they're not meant to be there, they get taken out. Aye, not like thingy, but taken out of your experience. But yeah, see all that outside noise, it honestly didn't get me nowhere. When I started taking my power back and stopped leaking my energy with people, with family, friends, everything, as soon as I started changing that, my whole reality changed, and I kid you not, because I was stopped leaking energy all the time, stopped trying to save everyone and awaken everyone, start putting that energy back into yourself, honestly, because that's the only way the things has got to change for you, is if you start fucking putting yourself first. Stop people pleasing, be rock solid boundaries with everyone. That is everyone. Yeah, that's stunning, isn't it? Dogs have been a big blessing to me as well, because honestly they keep you in the present moment, they keep me active. I'm always out with the dogs. Give you routine and all, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I want to get a dog, but I'm just saying for me it was a big change, especially for my health and things, because I had a lot of trauma and it was affecting my health. But it's got better over time. Do you know what I mean? Just starting to heal your own body, meditation, walking, fasting. Fasting's good for you as well. Regenerates your cells and yeah. Whew. But yeah, I thought I'd come on, do a quick YouTube, show you a little bit of my life, my little world, and my babies. But yeah, if you're struggling, honestly, just keep going, because things always get better. I'm not joking. Maybe in a moment it's feeling shit, but it passes quick enough and you're like, oh, and then you learn what the lesson was after the fact. Then you're like, oh, now I see what the universe was trying to point to me. Do you know what I mean? You maybe think it's really shit whatever's happened to you, but it's not. It's the universe protecting you. It doesn't feel good at the time, but after you realise that, yeah, that was meant to happen, just the way it was. So, a day in the life of Mars. So if you like any of this stuff I talk about, give me a subscribe. Be fine to get a bit of a community of awakened souls, or just people who want to be their most authentic self. Because I'll be sharing about all the things I've learned over the years. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that just magical? Hello, Bella. You're so cute, Bella. Aren't you? Mummy's little goodie. So cute. But yeah, I just thought I'd take you on a walk around Aros Park. It's a lot bigger, but I'm just showing you around the loch bit. But yeah, it's all good. This is what living the dream is. Being at peace with yourself, loving yourself, putting yourself first. Stop judging yourself, and you'll be all good. Bye.